Hello sim racers and welcome to a new pitlanes.com video. Today we're going to be featuring the newly released early access build 0.4 of Assetto Corsa Competizione. Not a massive amount in the way of updates, just a lot of boring old back end tweaks and adjustments, but do have some new content as promised in their roadmap, which is the Ferrari 488 GT3 and the Hungaroring circuit. So I thought I would pop out on a practice session and see what Assetto Corsa in VR with my Oculus Rift is like at night, because I haven't tried this sim out at night yet. So we're out the pit lane and we're out on track. Now I don't know if it's just because I haven't played this sim title in a while, but the first thing I notice is the force feedback feels a lot better on my Sim Experience AccuForce Pro, which is a direct drive wheel. There used to be a little bit of a dead zone in the middle, but feels a lot more direct, a lot more responsive. Although I am running it through the Sim Commander software, and that did recently get an update, so they may have made some tweaks and changes to the profile that's built into the software for this particular title. But I've got to say, it feels a lot more responsive, a lot sharper. I'm liking this. So as I mentioned at the start, I am using my Oculus Rift to play this title in VR, and unfortunately it's still not the sharpest of looking VR titles. Now this is only, they only recently introduced the VR into the sim. Wasn't there right from the word go, so I'm hoping that a lot of this sharpness is going to be down to lack of optimization, and that things will improve as we go towards the release in late Q1, early Q2 of 2019. So we've got plenty of time yet before we have to really start worrying about the true VR performance of this title. Now I know Gamer Muscle has been trying this title out on his new 4K screen, and he said the visuals of this title on that really popped, and it was just a beautiful sim to look at. So we know that the graphical fidelity is there. We just got to wait and see whether that gets used in the when racing in VR. But it's not, me personally, I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't feel ill when I'm playing it. I can tell where I'm going, I can see what the cars look like and everything, and in the heat of the battle I don't really tend to notice the lack of clarity that much, so I'm kind of okay with it at this stage of the development. It's not stopping me enjoying it, so we shall wait and see on that one. As for the handling of this car, do you know what? To me, it feels very similar to the 488 GT3 car that was recently, well I say recently, earlier on in the year came out for iRacing, which I've been racing quite a bit in the fixed series they do, like a sprint series, one make championship. And I can feel that there it goes up there, that mid corner snap oversteer, the fact that the car wants to rotate around its sort of centre axis. Now that is exactly what the iRacing version does. So if two independent sim titles have generated the same car with a very similar handling characteristic, then you have to assume that that's how the car handles in real life, and the two sims are sort of collaborating each other's take on this car. So it's just something you have to bear in mind when you're pushing the car. It's obviously something particular to this car. I haven't noticed it in the other cars in ACC so far. I've got to say, after trying out all the cars available to us, it's definitely my favourite is the BMW. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's more forgiving, suits my more aggressive driving style, but that's the one I like driving the most. But I know these are all GT3 spec cars, but each one is markedly different to each other, which as each new car comes out is being further and further highlighted, which I'm very pleased about, so everybody gets a chance to find a car that suits them. Again, just going back to the performance, I'm running in VR. I've got a Haswell based Intel i7 4790K, not overclocked, and a Nvidia GTX 1070, and I got things, most things set to around the mid mark, and I'm personally very happy with the level of performance I'm getting. I'm not noticing any frame drops, frame inconsistencies, any stuttering or anything. I haven't done a frame rate test, I haven't run any form of software to see what the frame rate is, so this is just based on my naked eye and the fact that I only race sim racing VR. So all the sim racing I do is all in VR across, I don't know, half a dozen different titles. So I know what I like, and I know when it's working and not working. And apart from the lack of clarity, especially when you're racing it in the daylight, I don't think this performs any worse than any other sims. So from that point of view, it's not too bad. I do like the lighting effects though. I'm playing at 11 o'clock with clear settings. Like the way the lights swoop about, look, like the billboards. Whoa! And then as the light goes off, you see things go into darkness. And it doesn't half sound good. Hear the squeal of the brakes under heavy braking. When you go over the curbs, you've got that noise. There it is. And if you run off course, you get the rattle of all the discarded rubber and dust and dirt that gets spat out to the sides of the track. All that comes through. You can just hear that engine scream. Do you know what? This might just be based on one series, and a lot of people might just think this is just another GT3 sim racing title. Do you know what? The level of detail that they're able to lavish on the cars and the tracks and the game, I'm genuinely excited about this title. I'm really interested to see what the final version is going to be like, to run a proper championship, especially the full-on online side of it. Getting involved in some pick up and play GT3 racing. I'm really interested to see where this title's going to go. I feel really positive. I know there's some graphical issues to sort out when you're on triple screens or VR, but we've got months to go yet. We've got months to go yet, and we don't know what they're working on. We don't know what they're going to release and surprise us with towards the end. So at the moment, the car models, the laser scan tracks, all the sounds, even the AI can give you a good race in this early stage. When they bolt on the proper multiplayer, I don't know. If they nail everything else, I think I can live with some of its faults, you know, and still enjoy it, still get my money's worth out of it. And I think it's going to be a worthy addition to the sim racing scene. I really do. Right. Well, I think that about wraps up our look. We will be covering ACC along its journey towards final release, both on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, and especially amongst our Discord group members as we chat about our thoughts, fears and hopes for this title. All the links to all of that will be in the description below. I really do encourage you to come along. Click the join button on our Discord group. We're a small bunch, but we're a great little friendly bunch. And especially if you're an iRacer, we have our own team with our own liveries and that lot. We're always looking for new drivers, so come along, say hello. Costs nothing to join. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of a half decent lap in to end the video on. Right, let's go. Oh, and this is just a default setup. I haven't tweaked it, so this is just as it comes out of the box. So there we have it. That's a quick look and some thoughts on Assetto Corsa Competizione early access build 0.04 with the Ferrari 488 GT3 around the Hungaroring in the dark. Why not let us know? What do you think of this new build? What do you think Kunos need to do to bring this title up in line with your expectations? What's good? What's bad? What do you like? What don't you like? Love to know what you all think. Hello, look. So there's a bit of a party going over there to my right. I might head back to the pits. Go and join them. Have a beer and have a relax. Right. I've been Jason for pitlanes.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. If so, like, subscribe, share would be brilliant. Most of all, get out on track and enjoy your virtual sim racing. See you later.